Yo, what is good, YouTube? Krishan checking back in with another video. Let's start today's video off with a recent physique update from our current reigning Olympia champion Derek Lunsford at under 4 weeks out from this year's O. And based off the conditioning I'm seeing in the upper body as well as the lower body, Derek looks ready to go. And I've said this before, but I think at about 6 or 7 weeks out, Derek started to dig very deep. Now, I don't want to get too carried away about the Instagram updates we've been seeing, but based off the updates I've seen, I think we're going to see a different version of Derek at this year's O. I'm not expecting slight improvements, I'm expecting major improvements. And I haven't made my personal predictions yet for this year's Mr. Olympia, which I should probably be doing very soon, but as an analyst, all signs point towards Derek winning this year's O. And one of the big reasons I say that is because Derek won last year, and I think it was arguable. I think we could make a serious case for Hadi Choopan winning last year's show. I've seen it all throughout the comments. You guys said Derek could have had bigger legs. He had the lumps in the lats. He soft from the front. With all that being said, he still won the Mr. Olympia title. So going into this year's O, I'm expecting him to be dramatically improved. If Derek won the O with all of those flaws, what's going to stop him from winning the O this year being improved? That's my logic. Let me know in the comment section below, what do you guys think? And again, as an analyst, I think Derek will win this year's Olympia, looking at the physique updates, looking at him winning last year, him having a full year off, but I have not made my personal predictions. I'm just saying this because when I put out my predictions in about a week or so, I may have Hadi Choopan winning. Just throwing it out there. And speaking of Hadi Choopan, we actually have a recent training update from him ahead of this year's Olympia. Hopefully we get another physique update from Hadi Choopan soon. Derek is really pulling all the fans towards him. And since I just went on this mini rant about how Derek can win this year's Olympia, let's talk about Hadi Choopan. How can Hadi win this year's Olympia when Derek is the reigning champ? He won possibly before his time and he's had a full year off. Well, most of the bodybuilding community already thinks that the version of Hadi Choopan we saw at this year's Arnold Classic would have beat Derek Lunsford last year. If Hadi can bring that package again or improve on that, I would say that he has a serious chance to win this year's Olympia. Now, even though Derek has only been an open class bodybuilder for 2, maybe 3 years, Hadi Choopan is the only guy that has beat Derek Lunsford. And Hadi Choopan is the most consistent guy in the sport. If anyone is going to knock out a current reigning champion, it's this guy, Hadi Choopan. And I know we are seeing some incredible physique updates from Derek Lunsford as well as the rest of the competition, but these guys have to bring it on show day. Hadi Choopan arrived in the USA at about 6 weeks out. In the past, he's arrived a little bit late and struggled with his look on the first day, but Hadi getting here very early, I think he's going to be spot on day 1 and day 2. But as you guys can see, I can make a serious case for why Derek can win this year as well as Hadi. I haven't made up my mind yet, but let me know in the comment section below, what do you guys think? Now next up, we have a recent physique update from Good Vito, sitting at 286 pounds, a very impressive update from Good Vito. And I cannot wait to see this guy on stage next year. I haven't forgot. 2024 Detroit Pro Good Vito versus Martin Fitzwater. Good Vito pushed Martin, and Martin is a guy I'm looking at to potentially place anywhere from 6 to 8 at this year's O. Vito is a very good bodybuilder, great Vito. But in the caption of this post, Vito said he's currently eating very clean, no sweets, no cheats, in the hopes of gaining quality muscle mass, and he said he's going to cap off his off season at 297 pounds. Now in the next update of the day, we have a recent update from Behrooz Tabani, who unfortunately still does not have a visa. I think about a week or so ago, a few people put out a rumor that Behrooz Tabani got his visa, but that turned out not to be true. We're still hoping that Behrooz can somehow manage to get to this year's O. The guy has proven he is one of the best bodybuilders in the sport. He took home a $100,000 check earlier this year at the Dubai Pro. Being honest, it's not really looking good for Behrooz right now, but this guy just keeps working, and I'm pretty sure if he doesn't make it to this year's O, he's just going to go even harder and still improve for next year. Now next up, we have a recent physique update from Rubiel Mosquera Nexzilla, and Nexzilla is really losing a lot of fans. The comments in the last video, numerous of you guys told me to stop covering Nexzilla completely. And that's because this guy's just pulling out of shows left and right. But at this point, he's about a little bit under 10 weeks out from the Prague Pro, and hopefully Rubiel actually shows up. Taking a look at his physique now, for 10 weeks out, his condition looks pretty good. So Rubiel should have no excuses as far as not being ready for the Prague Pro. Do you guys think he's going to compete? Now let's switch over to a recent update of Jewett, my dark horse for this year's Mr. Olympia. 4 weeks out and John is absolutely peeled. This guy is stage ready. And this is exactly why he's my dark horse. We say it every single year. We would love for every guy at the Mr. Olympia to bring their best, come in 100%, but that's not the case. Sometimes not even half of the guys bring it, but I'm confident that Jewett is going to come in 100% on. And despite being a former 212 guy, he's already in the 230s. And switching over to Classic Physique, we have a recent physique update from branch Chen Kang ahead of this year's Classic Physique Olympia. And I hate to do this, but I'm going to be a little bit critical on Branch today. And I'm always critical on the guys I'm a huge fan of. I've been covering the sport of bodybuilding for about 3 years now. And from my point of view, I've seen little to no improvements in this physique. Let me know in the comment section below, do you guys agree with that or disagree? And again, I only make these comments because I'm a huge fan of his physique. I want to hop on here and say, Branch Chen looks incredible. Not only do I think he's going to crack the top 6, he could maybe push the top 4 this year. But I have to come on here today and report, I think if Branch Chen is able to crack the top 10, that would be a win for him. But let me know in the comment section below, what do you guys think? But let's go ahead and wrap up today's video here with the archive of the day. You guys let me know in the comment section below, who is this legendary bodybuilder? And as always, I hope you guys did indeed enjoy this video. And if you have not done so already, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'm Krishan from Go Fitness, and that's it. I'm out.